Hello everybody, thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jacqueline and in today's video I have a very expected review, full-on wear test and demo on the brand new Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. But before we get started, and if you're new here, please consider to subscribe to my channel and ring that little notification bell so you get to know whenever I upload new videos. Also, come and follow me on my Instagram. And now, if you want to know how this very expected foundation wears on a dry skin, sensitive, reactive skin, and mature skin, then just keep on watching. Okay friends, so today we're going to be reviewing the Airbrush Flawless Foundation by Charlotte Tilbury, and you're going to be wondering how I got it, why, etc. and all that jazz. Well, the foundation is not coming out until late August, beginning of September. It seems like there hasn't been set a date yet by Charlotte Tilbury, so we're still everybody waiting. The only people that have received this foundation has been people from the UK, influencers, people that went to the lunch party that Charlotte Tilbury had a couple weeks ago. So it's not here in the United States. I mean, you cannot buy it anywhere. But I went ahead and placed a couple orders at Charlotte Tilbury's website for some other different stuff, and I was really surprised, but there were these two samples available, and these are from the Airbrush Flawless Foundation. So we're going to be reviewing it today. Why not, right? So I got really excited, and because I cannot wait to try it, I said, you know what? Instead of just doing it, off camera, I'm just going to bring it, and tape it, videotape it, and just put up a review, first impressions, and wear test. But before we go ahead and do so, well, I want to let you know first the time that I'm doing this. This is right now it's 7:52 in the morning. Well, you can see over there. And what about if we get to know a little bit more about this new foundation by Charlotte Tilbury? It says that it's supposed to be a 16-hour wear formula, and right now it's 7:52 in the morning, so it is going to be a long day for me, and I think it will give us a really good first impressions of a full-on wear test. Aside to that, it's supposed to be waterproof, sweat-proof, transfer-proof. It is supposed to be a weightless full coverage. It is supposed to be flawless, poreless, and it is supposed to have a natural matte finish. Now, if you have been here in my channel, I usually do not like matte finish. I do kind of like natural finish, but not much something that is too mattifying. It's nothing that, that excites me, to be honest with you. So I don't know about that. I like mostly my foundations to be a little bit more on the radiant sides. That's my perfect medium, but let's give it a go. I'm really excited about this foundation, mainly because it's from the Airbrush Flawless line, and if you know the Hollywood Flawless filter, it's one of the OG right now for Charlotte Tilbury. And I think, well, maybe this will be the one. And I mean, it has so many claims. It also says that it doesn't require primer, which that makes me very excited because I do not wear primer in daily basis. Sometimes I wear a little bit of a pore minimizing kind of primer, but in daily basis, when I apply my favorite foundation, I usually just go like, after moisturizer, just put on my foundation and get it going. Now, it comes in 44 different skin coated shades, and it also comes in a pump bottle. So when you receive this foundation, when you purchase this foundation, the actual bottle is gonna be glass, and it's gonna be a pump bottle, and it's also supposed to have a light formula, like very lightweight. Another very interesting factors about this foundation is one, it has Magic Reflection Serum. So this reflection serum has been out for a while right now. It's supposed to basically give you a younger looking skin, and clinical trials say that it has reduced lines and wrinkles by 22% in 8 weeks. I mean, if you were to use obviously this foundation or just a reflection serum by itself. Now, what I don't know right now, it doesn't say right here, is how much percentage of reflection serum is within this foundation, because that 22%, I think is talking about just wearing the reflection serum, which you can buy it separately, you know, like not through Charlotte Tilbury. You can just Google it and actually get it, and that's where these 22% comes from. So I don't know how much the results will be using this foundation though, and again, you will have to maybe wear it every day to kind of see that type of results. So I mean, it's really cool when you know, foundations, they come out with, well, sorry, when brands come out with products that they are kind of like a hybrid between makeup and skincare. Okay, another thing is supposed to have an air-cool technology for a fresh feel of the skin. It also has CT defense. CT for Charlotte Tilbury defense is Charlotte Tilbury Own Pollution Defense Complex. Doesn't say anything more than that. And then Moss Celtic, which delivers intense hydration. And clinical trials show 216% increase in hydration after just 1 hour. That's insane. So there you go. There's something right there that also intrigued me, because like I said before, I don't like matte foundations. I like radiant foundations and something that will give me a boost of moisture. And these apparently will deliver that with this Moss Celtic ingredient. Now, as far as ingredients goes, the first ingredient of this foundation is water, and then the fourth ingredient, it is PG10 dimethicone. So it has dimethicone. It also has silica. Let's see right here. It does have fragrance. So that's a little bit of a no-no, mostly if you have very sensitive skin. Another thing that this foundation has is alcohol. It's very far down on the list, very down the list, but it's a straight alcohol. So here we go again, another foundation that has alcohol in the ingredients, which is not the ideal, like I said. Okay, so if you're new here on my channel, let me tell you just a little bit more about my skin. First of all, thank you for tuning in and welcome to my channel. And basically, my skin, I'm in my late 30s, so I show signs of aging. I have a lot of freckles. I do have a little bit of sun damage. Not a lot, but there is some sun damage right there. I have fine lines. I do have a dry to normal skin. I just had an allergic reaction to the Urban Decay foundation that I did a review for, so I had been recovering from that. And usually when I have you know, a reaction to a foundation or a skincare product, it usually shows right here on this area and on my jawline, and it starts by itching and creating little bumps, and then obviously the redness, and then it converts into dry patches, and my dry patches usually kind of concentrate right over here. So right now I have recovered from that episode and right now I'm fine, so I'm glad to say that. So I don't have the dry patches right here. Maybe I have just a dash right in the middle, but it's not much, and I have been exfoliating with my Drunk Elephant glycolic acid. So for the most part, my face, my skin is doing fairly well. Like I said before, I look for radiant type of finish and lightweight. I don't like something that is too cakey, because I don't want to emphasize my signs of aging. So that's a little bit about me, and then I usually use a light medium type of foundation just for reference. Okay, so we already spoke about the ingredients, we already spoke about the alcohol. It also have limonene and citronelle, and it also have titanium dioxide. So, and then on the leaves, it has another type of dimethicones. So, just to give you an idea about this foundation. Okay, so I think we touched bases on everything. We said that it comes in 44 different shades, which I think it's pretty good. It's ideally we are seeing more of like a 50 range, but you know, a little bit above 44. It seems like Target most, not all of the skin tones, but you know, somewhere in there. So, all right, and then as far as pricing, we don't know the pricing yet. It may be around the $50 range, just like the other Charlotte Tilbury foundations. Okay, so let's get started with these. Let's stop rambling, let's stop talking, and all of that. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna apply the Hollywood Flawless filter on this side of my face. And I also gonna apply some of my Tarte Clean Slate Timeless Smoothing Primer on my pores, just on this area of my face. A little bit down here, kind of like half of my face, and just on the areas where I have my enlarged pores. Now I'm gonna go with the Hollywood Flawless filter in the shade 4. And this is just a filter, this is just a glow, and I'm just gonna do half of my face. On the other half of my face, I'm not gonna use any primer, nothing, no filter either, absolutely nothing. Okay, so let's go ahead and just apply the filter. Why I'm doing it like so is because, you know, because this is the Flawless line. I don't know, I'm just thinking, well, maybe how it will look like if we pair it a little bit with the Flawless filter, which is just a very subtle kind of glow. Now to apply the foundation, I'm gonna apply it with my fingers because I received this sample kind of carton. I'm sure that the number 4 shade is gonna be way too light for me, and the shade 5.5 is gonna be maybe a hint too dark. Not way too dark, but I'm thinking that I'm gonna be kind of like in between, kind of like a 5. So I'm gonna mix both of them, and I'm just gonna apply it on this side with a beauty blender. This is the shade 4 right here. You see that's way too light for my skin tone. So I'm gonna open the shade 5.5. Actually 5.5 looks good too. Might look good on my skin. So this is 5.5 right there. Usually I get along well with neutral type of foundations. Okay, so I think this is plenty enough for my complexion. And I'm just gonna go ahead and dab it with a beauty blender on one side of my face. And I'm doing it like that because I wanna see a little bit of the Hollywood Flawless filter, maybe peeking through, and see how it applies with the beauty blender. Usually a beauty blender application will be very smooth and not as heavy, just because the sponge absorbs, you know, the extra product. There you go. So this is the side, as you can see, with the beauty blender, and it actually gave me a really nice medium coverage. I definitely see myself that maybe the 5.5, it's a good match for my skin, to be honest with you. Okay, so that's that. And now for my other side of my face, I'm gonna be using a brush to see how is the coverage with the brush. And like I said, thank goodness, I do have a second of these, so that's good. And on this side of my face, I'm not gonna put any filter, nothing, no primer, no nothing. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna mix in the number 4 and the number 5 together. It seems like I need a little bit more on my nose. As you can tell, I have a lot of freckles and I don't like to cover them. I like to kind of camouflage them. And I'm gonna put a little bit more right here on my cheek. Just a dash more. Okay, so here it is, the foundation just applied on my skin. As you can tell, this foundation has a very natural finish. Very natural. I really like it because it is between a light to medium coverage. I'm sure you can build it up, but from what I got from this sample kind of package right here, it comes very, very little, tiny amount. And I was able with these two right here, which I assume these will be maybe like half a pump or even less than half a pump. I was able to do my entire face. Again, the two of them. So basically they are, you know, the two shades combined. It was maybe close to a half a pump, but not really a half a pump. I don't think so. But I was able to get a lot of coverage, light to medium coverage with this foundation. So I guess if you use like a full pump, you can get closer to a true medium coverage, leaning to the full coverage. Again, talking about a person that has a lot of freckles and redness, and I think this coverage for me is great. I don't know if you can see from the camera, but you see that luminosity right there. The foundation has already pretty much dried. It's just dash tiny sticky, not much, and this is still giving me a very natural look. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and apply my other products for my face, and then after I'm done with my face of makeup, I will come here in camera and show you how is the foundation looking like right away after applying all the full face of makeup, and then I will be giving you updates throughout the day as far as how this foundation is wearing in natural light outside, and then how, you know, is a long wear or not and whatnot. Okay, so just keep on watching, please. Okay, before I apply my complexion products, I'm gonna be using the Glow Gasm face palette in Love Gasm, but I want to tell you that the foundation still feels kind of sticky, so it hasn't set yet. Let me just go ahead and try it with my phone. Okay, so it doesn't set. It doesn't set completely. So usually the alcohol in the foundation helps at setting the foundation, but it's so low on the list of ingredients that I don't think it's helping. So because of that, and because I don't want to have patches on my face, I'm gonna be using the Airbrush Flawless Finish setting powder in medium 2, and I'm just gonna use it on the areas that I usually put my, you know, my bronzer and my blush. So it's not gonna be all over, it's just gonna be right here, right here, and this area right here, and a little bit of this area right here, and that's all. So as you can tell, I didn't put it all over my face because I really want to give it a go to this foundation and see the longevity of the foundation without really relying too much on the setting powder. So now let's get going with this friend right here. I'm going to be using my Tone 4 brush to apply this bronzer here. For blush, I'm going to use the Peach Gasm blush, and this is basically a green blush. For highlighter, I'm going to be using the Hollywood Beauty Light One, and this is in the shade Spotlight. For my eyes, I'm gonna go again into the palette and use the bronzer. Now that I'm here, I'm gonna be using the shade for blush. So I'm just gonna top off a little bit of the blush. And then for eyes, I'm gonna be using this Rose Gold Eyes to Mesmerize cream eyeshadow. This is going to be just a very simple makeup look right here. I'm going to be using this brand new Diamond Glow, kind of like a lip gloss, and this is in the shade Lucky Diamonds. Okay, and this is my makeup, quick and easy because I have a ton of things to do today, so I don't have a lot of time to waste. And let's see right here about the foundation. So far this foundation, let's take a peek, close peek for it. I love how the foundation is looking like right now. It's extremely natural, so this is very natural finish. What I have learned about this foundation with a little sample that I received is that a little goes a long way. It's not settling into my fine lines. Maybe a dash right here, which is the common, kind of normal for me, right there on my nose crease. Very little, so I'm just gonna tap it. But it's not creasing. Oh, I have a hair right here. Okay, but it's not creasing right here on my smile lines and hasn't grabbed onto this dry patch that I have right here. I have a very, very small dry patch right there that it hasn't grabbed on, so I'm happy about it. So far the foundation is looking beautiful. I will be giving you a couple updates throughout the day, and if you want to know more about this foundation, just keep on watching. Okay friends, so here we go, a little quick check-in. It is 1:18 in the afternoon, so I just ate lunch and this is how it's looking like the foundation. I don't know here if it's the blush, but it seems like it's emphasizing a little bit my pores. If you see right here, they don't look so emphasized because I used the primer. And then right here, my dry patches, they don't look emphasized. They look pretty good, I would say. Yeah, pretty good. And then it's wearing off just a little bit right here where I ate, but so far it's wearing really, really nice. Sunny day. It's looking pretty. I'm enjoying the foundation so far. It looks very natural. Just keep on watching. I will give you a couple check-ins before we go into my final thoughts. Okay friends, so I'm here giving you another quick check-in. It's 9:31. Oh my gosh, I don't think you can see it. There you go, 9:32. And the foundation is wearing beautifully. I mean, it's a little bit gone right here on this area and a little bit on my nose already, and right here on this area too. All over right here is gone. It's gone right here. It's gone right here too, as you can tell. But overall has worn really, really pretty. I'm really enjoying this foundation quite a bit. My oils has come through, and you know, it's looking a little bit glossy. Not that much though, but it is. So anyhow, I will be giving you my final thoughts in just a couple hours from now. I'm ready to kind of go to sleep. Just keep on watching for my final thoughts. Okay friends, so it's time for my final check-in right now. It is 10:16 in the evening and the foundation has worn off really well. I mean, my oils have been able to peek through, but the foundation looks so beautiful, so natural. I just cannot believe it. It looks so flawless, honestly so flawless. So I have pretty much nothing right here left of the foundation. It has worn off. It never settled onto my fine lines. It never really settled on this dry patch right here. so good. And then it's gone right here on my cheeks. Usually foundations are gone on my cheeks pretty fast. Right here too, it has worn off right here on my jawline and on my nose. There's nothing left. And other than that, I mean, it has worn off very gracefully. It's long lasting, but it's not that it's gonna keep that coverage. Now be reminded that the coverage that I was able to achieve with the sample, it was between a light close to medium coverage. I think it gave me a very, you know, to be honest with you, a medium coverage, because if you're a person that doesn't have as much freckles as I do, for you, it will feel like it was a true medium coverage. To me, it was a light medium because I was able to, like I said, camouflage my freckles. I do have a ton of them and I have redness right here. So it gave me a really nice coverage, and I cannot believe the way that it has worn off. It just looks so pretty still. It looks very pretty. For the amount of hours that I had been out and about, it has been a hot day today here in California, and it has, you know, it has done pretty well. I put minimal makeup today because I knew I was gonna have like a very busy day, and the foundation, you know, it worked really nice. It was super comfortable. It didn't feel tight as other foundations sometimes do. I didn't feel any itchiness right here or on my dry patches. So thank God I didn't have any allergic reaction, because I have a very active skin and my skin will show right away if I'm having an allergic reaction. And although it says that it's a natural matte finish, I feel it's just so, it just gives kind of like a very subtle, no glow, but some type of a small luminosity that it makes your skin look so airbrush, like very flawless. I mean, like the name says it. I'm super impressed about it. And again, just using a very small amount. I'm gonna be picking up the foundation as soon as it comes out in the market and give it a go with the right shade for my skin tone, because today I had to mix two of the samples and then see how it wears with different amount of foundation. But for what I have learned from this review first impressions video is that a little goes a long way. So if you're a person that likes a very light coverage, don't use a lot, because it seems like, I mean, I have that thing right here still, and it comes just like this is how it comes, like this right here is not full at all. I mean, it's literally like a finger, and that's why I also decided, well, to begin with, I don't have my perfect match right here, but then if I mix both of these samples right here, it would have given me, you know, enough product to cover my entire face. And I think it does have a really nice coverage. So if you're a person that likes light coverage foundations, do not use a lot of it. I mean, it will be just too much. To be honest with you, it will be just too much for your skin. Now, if you like full coverage foundation, I'm sure you can build this up, because it didn't cake up at all. I mean, like I said, I had a very light amount of foundation on my skin. It wasn't caking, you know, it didn't settle into creases or anything like that. It wore very nice, very pretty. Now, I cannot really speak for those who have oily skin, but it helped me with my oils. I don't have an oily skin, but you know, in a hot day, I usually tend to get, you know, my oils come through, and the foundation didn't broke apart or anything like that. So I cannot speak obviously for the friends that have oily skin, because I do have more dry to normal skin, but at least from the, you know, the sweat that I was able to break today, the foundation acted well. It didn't look bad or runny or anything like that. It stayed put. So that's that on that end, and I mean, I'm loving it, and I can really don't wait. I mean, I cannot wait anymore for it to come and actually buy a bottle and give it a go. As far as which side I like the most, I think I like more this side. I ended up using the Hollywood Flawless filter right here and a little bit of the Tarte pore minimizer right here, and I think I like this side the most. The foundation didn't emphasize my pores, but it didn't camouflage them. So if you have enlarged pores, you may want to use a pore minimizer primer. Not necessarily, because if you go with a light coverage, you may not need it, because again, it doesn't settle into, you know, those pores and the wrinkles and all that. So anyhow, really loving this foundation. I really hope you enjoy this review. If you did so, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and ring that big notification bell. I will love for you to be part of my family. I have great reviews coming all the time. I love reviewing makeup and beauty products, and I really want to grow my family. Please, if you have the chance, visit my Instagram. It's still very tiny. I will love some support right there too. You know, come and follow me. I will follow you and we can become friends. I will love to see you there as well. If you like this video, again, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with somebody else that may love these type of videos. And until the next time, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.